slipped away. One street over where my memories exist. I wonder what would change. I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Time gone by, I've traded like dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One train over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Good morning. Let's get into it. This is 1100 WSG. I'm Utah LaVern, and this is One Street Over. What's going on, y'all? One street over from where you living? Well, I'll tell you, in Robertson County, we've got the Thresherman Show coming up, and I'm so, I was just telling, I got Wade Robinson with me. He is here representing the 56th Annual Steam and Threshing Show. And this is the Tennessee Kentucky Threshermen's Association that puts this on every year. And it is just awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's just a throwback to our history and the way we used to do things really not that long ago. People don't realize. And it's just so interesting. And I'm so excited that we're in town this year for this. I was just telling Wade, we have our mission trip we take every year, and the date on it floats. And so we find out in November when we're going to do our mission trip every year. And the last 2 years, we've been out of town for the Thresherman Show, and we have missed it. So I'm excited. We're here this year for it. So that's very cool.
That's great. I'm glad to be here talking about it. Remind everybody that it is this coming up weekend, Friday and Saturday. Come on out and see us. It's going to be a good time.
Well, and I wanted to say hello to Wade real quick and let you know who's in here. But before we get too deep into what's going on at Thresherman Show, I want to revert back to my traffic reporter days and remind y'all this beautiful sunshine that you're seeing. Something about the way the hours that people are going to work. The last 2 days, I have been driving in what we call sunblind. I don't know if we used to have a time when maybe Interstate 24 would be locked up going one direction. Everybody would be, why is traffic running so slow? It's because nobody could see what they were doing because they were driving right into the sun. And coming up Lawrence Lane the last 2 days, I have hit it to where I was blind as a bat and met some big, massive truck going down to the wastewater plant where they're doing the construction project. So I just want to remind y'all to keep that in mind. If you're somebody that you might be in a blind spot, you need to remember people can't see you. I had another, a while back, maybe just a few months ago, I was driving down New Chapel, and this was in the evening, and I was driving into the sun, absolutely just blinded by the sun, and there was a gentleman working in the ditch in front of his house, not out of traffic. And it's just a miracle of God I didn't clip him because I couldn't see him. So just keep in mind that beautiful, beautiful sunshine can really blind people, and we call it sunblind, and it causes more accidents and things like that. So please, please, please be careful out there, and do be careful. New Chapel, Lawrence Lane, remember, we've got a massive construction project going on at the wastewater plant. There's a lot of big, heavy equipment coming in, and I've not seen them do anything they shouldn't. I mean, they've been, keeping it slow and all of those kinds of things. But when you're out walking and you're doing what you're doing, keep in mind, they may not see you, and be super, super cautious when you see that big equipment. And let's just keep everybody safe out there. There you go. Now I'm going to take my traffic hat off and get back into just the normal stuff. But I meant to say something about that yesterday and it slipped my mind. But we've got Wade for the next hour. We're going to just talk about all the things going on at the Thresherman Show. I'm curious, how long have you been involved with the Thresherman Show? Because when he came up, I was like, I don't know you.
I have been there my whole life.
Really? You grew up with it?
My father was the guy that, everybody brought stuff to. So he brought me when I was just a kid. I mean, I don't ever remember going anywhere the third weekend of July but Adams.
I mean,
I remember one year we got stuck in the parade traffic, the car overheated, when my mom brought us up because he had left so early to come up and get things prepared. But I believe I've missed, of course, I wasn't born when it started. There were 6 before I was born, and I've missed 6 since. So I think this is my 44th.
That's pretty cool.
Freshman show this year. So
that is pretty cool. You have literally grown up out there.
Yes.
That is really cool.
Third weekend in July, I'll be in Adams, Tennessee.
I love it. Yeah. That's so cool. But what a fun tradition for your family.
Yeah. Like I said, we had some old equipment. My dad was always the guy that, if somebody needed something worked on and they didn't know how to fix it, they'd bring it over to the house, or we'd get up on a Saturday morning and go to their house. Mm-hmm. And so we would accumulate things. We had a hay baler and a tractor, and my father actually built a Model T while he was in high school and college from just back then. There were still Model T parts laying around in barns.
Yeah.
And so he built a Model T, and we had it growing up, and we would take it and drive it to the show from Clarksville.
That's cool.
So it would take a while to get there.
That's still
But we drove it from the house all the way to the show grounds and home. We wouldn't put it on the trailer. He'd drive it up there.
Do you remember Joe Ben Wilson?
I don't.
From West Kentucky. That was one of my uncles who was, he came up to the show pretty often, but it's been many years ago. And my dad, when you describe your dad, that was my dad too. But now he was like me. He was very eclectic and very distracted, and he'd get something going here and he'd have 20 things going.
Yeah.
That's me. And so he has a Kelly Springer. We still have a Kelly Springer steam engine.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. My brother will correct me. But
is it the road grader one or the?
I don't know. I may have a picture of it I can show you. It's a rare.
I know they made
rare steam engine.
like a steam roller. I know they did those, but I don't know if.
I'm not sure. No, I don't know. I'll get a picture of it for you, but it's a rare piece that's on the farm.
Those are rare. You don't see those.
And Daddy had it running at one time, and it's been up and it's in a shed. It's covered. And I don't know what Ben's going to do with that. It's his. He took the farm over when my parents passed, but it's a cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Daddy had an old Pierce Arrow car that he messed with, and he had all kinds of old tractors. But my uncle, Joe Ben Wilson, was the one that was really into it, and the Leonards, I think they came up. But we had the little area. I grew up on a farm up near Mayfield.
Yeah.
My brother still farms. And so there were several of the families that just really loved the old tractors and things like that, and pulling them. And we have, and of course we got into the big tractor pulls too, but now the horse pulls was something that I was never exposed to until I was with my husband. And we'd go up to Michigan at the fairs, and his brother pulled big Belgian horses.
Yeah.
And it's just the coolest thing ever.
To see those big horses work together and how well they're trained, and when they hear that snap of that chain, man, they go and when they hit together, it's something really to see. It really is. It is
really, really cool. Yeah. So now, as far as, had your dad passed?
Yes.
Okay. And I kind of thought the way you were talking, but did you hang on to some of the old stuff for your own use?
Yeah, we've gotten rid of some of it. The Model T we sold because I don't fit in it and I don't know a lot about it, and so we sold it to a guy who fixed it up and has it running. Mm-hmm. And then my dad's best friend has some of his old equipment now. So and it'll be at the show. So some of that old equipment will be at the show this weekend. Cool. That my dad's best friend, who I'm very close to and worked with where I work, and so he'll have it up there. So Charlie's
texting me.
Yeah, we're still. He must be watching. So hey, Charlie. Yeah. But some of that'll be up there, and Right now I'm I'll be working up in the steam shed this weekend. So
Okay.
yeah.
So that was the one that got damaged, right? That y'all had to rebuild?
Yes. Well, we had
Am I right?
the tree fell, and when the tree fell there on the corner, it knocked the shed into the coreless engine that we have. And that's the one, if you've been there before, that's the one with the big wheel.
Yes.
And then unfortunately, you can't just go to Lowe's and pick up a part
No.
for an 1800 steam engine. So we've been trying to get it fixed. It broke a cast iron piece. So it's not like you can just go hammer one out or something, or reconnect a rod or build, it's got to be forged. And so and of course that's a steam engine, and those parts are regulated that are under pressure, and they have to be able to be safe, and they have to work correctly. And so it's a long process that we've been going through, and we've been trying to get it fixed. We just hadn't got to that point yet. So the coreless is there because it's in the ground, but it won't be running. But we do have a Frick engine that is the other steam engine that's in the shed, and it will be running, provided that everything goes well. I'll be actually filling the boiler probably this afternoon, going through the checks and everything for that. So as long as everything checks out and everything's as good to go, and it should be, we'll have it running up in the steam shed this weekend.
Well, and I was telling them yesterday, talking about it, I always come and get, or I try to every year at some point, pick up. If I can't be there, I have somebody pick it up. Like I said, we've been in Mexico the last 2 years, but this is the only place that I have been able to find coarse ground cornmeal.
Oh yeah.
Because I have a recipe that I do. I make pretzels, and you want coarse ground cornmeal on the bottom of that's authentic pretzels, right? And you can't find it anywhere.
Right.
You cannot find it, but you can go to the Thresherman Show and get coarse ground cornmeal.
Yes.
And that's what you can use to put on the pan when you're making your pretzels. And that's authentic. That's the way they did it to keep them from sticking. That's, neither here nor there, but there's some things. This is the only place you're going to see it, the only place you're going to find it. So, let's talk a little bit about the schedule before we get. I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and do one of my ads, and then we're going to come in and just talk schedule so people know, because we're not on Thursday night. That was one of the first things.
Right. It'll be just Friday and Saturday.
I was disappointed because my grandson's with me on Thursday night, and I was really wanting him to see. But we may come out while you're setting up and just poke around.
It'll be fun. Come on.
Just kind of see what's going on so he can kind of see it. But we'll talk about the schedule. But let me go ahead and let's do a break. Let's talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty, and talk about, of course, too, the fact that Brandy and Samuel Hastings are part of Exit Prime. And you could be too. If you're wanting to get into real estate, I have got a lot of friends that do real estate part-time. Maybe it's something that they're wanting to see if it's for them. And that's something Barry will tell you. It is not for everybody. He says it's awesome. If it's a good fit for you, man, you're going to love it, because you can kind of set your pace for your hours. You can, make things work and have that flexibility that you don't have in every job you can find. And the rewards are great because you meet a lot of incredible people. You get to see some really cool properties. And it's just an interesting field to be in. It's one of those I really wish early on that I had looked into. I got way too many things going now, but it's something that I'm rather interested in myself. And man, when we were a roofing company and doing construction, I really wish this is something that I had looked into, because I think it would have been really lucrative for us. So maybe that's you. If you're somebody that says, this is a piece that would really fit well with what I'm doing, check into it part-time. Or maybe this is what you want to do full-time and you've known that all along. Reach out to Barry and Rebecca, because one of the best pieces of advice is to have a good team that can help you succeed. And Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty, they can help you do that. They'd love to mentor you. And whether you're buying or selling, if you've got property you want to present and make sure it's seen properly, that marketing background that Barry has for 17 years, a media marketing vice president up in Nashville, he can get it done. Pictures, videography, walkthrough tours, drone footage, you name it, they can take care of it. Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a senior real estate specialist. She's been at this a long time. So if you're somebody that's wanting to downsize, she says, don't wait until you're ready to downsize. Do it a little bit early, because when you think you're ready, it's really a stress, and it's kind of getting to that place where you're like, oh, I wish I'd done this 5 years ago. Talk to them about all these things and all the nuances of buying or selling or being a realtor. They are Robertson Countyans. They've been here for 30 years, so they specialize in Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. you can reach out to him at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or by BUYRobertsonCounty.com, but always let them know U-Turn sent you. All right, we're talking with Wade Robinson. Charlie's checking in and saying he's sorry he can't be here, but I think we got a good representative here. This young man's grown up here. Are you from, now you say, are y'all from Clarksville, or are you from Robertson County, or where are you from?
Yeah, I grew up in Sango, so
okay,
this side of Montgomery County, but
okay.
So this area, I've known a lot of folks and grown up on this area, and again, this will be my 44th show. Mm-hmm. Like I said, in July, we're in Adams. Mm-hmm. And so, and we go canoeing. I've gone canoeing and fishing in Robertson County my whole life. So yeah, it's, even though I live in Sango, this part of the country is somewhere it's home. Yeah.
Very good. Sure. Well, that's very cool. And I get a kick every time I'm at the Thresherman show of the kiddos that you can tell they've grown up there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they're only 15 years old, but you can tell, man, they're running things. And I get the
my son's 15, and he'll be helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I got involved in the steam shed. One of the older guys that had been doing it for years and years and years and years. We were sitting around one evening, and my boy was about 5 or 6, and he said, hey, would you like to help me build the fire at the steam shed?
Oh, cool.
And of course his eyes lit up, and he was, when you get one of those kids working on a piece of equipment or helping out, man, they've got 110%. Mm-hmm. And so that turned into me helping him and making sure that he was doing okay. And that sort of evolved into me taking over and kind of leading the steam shed now, which I'm excited about. I've always been fascinated with steam power, and it's a joy to be able to fire those boilers and let people see those engines run. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I've got to find the pictures of the steam of the steam engine, or the piece that my brother still has, and because you would be interested in it.
Absolutely.
But I'll get him to get us some stuff on it and let you see that. But so we've got all this cool stuff. You're going to see kiddos, like I said, out there that know what they're doing, and they are so invested. And that alone, you're going to like to see, because you just see that work ethic coming out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's like, for
different.
us, for us, with my son, it's 3rd generation, but I know families that are 4th generation and 5th generation.
Wow.
Now that are part of this show, and that's what keeps it going. And it's when we all meet at the grounds, it's our extended family almost, because we meet, we're always there. You see the same people, they're in the same spots. We get to know one another, and it's a family that helps. It's the Threshing family that helps put it on.
It's really cool. Is it Charlie's grandson that owns all these tractors? There was a boy that comes in.
No, that was Grayson Ayers.
Okay,
Grayson's got a bunch of crop. Yeah. That's Jimmy's grandson, Jimmy Ayers over there at Adams Gas. His grandson. But he's got a bunch of tractors. And Grayson's grown up in the show too.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
3rd week in July, he's going to be in Adams.
That's just it.
The show.
He's been on the radio with me a few times, and I've gotten such a kick out of him because he was telling me about all his different tractors.
Oh, and he knows them inside. Funny. Yeah, he knows. Yeah. He knows the serial numbers and how many horsepower they got and all that. Yeah.
That is really cool.
He knows them.
That is really cool. But it's just a lot of fun. You're going to there's so much for you to see at the Thresherman show. You're going to really enjoy seeing the young people out there, and just seeing just their enthusiasm for it, because you've got to have young people coming along with an enthusiasm for it to keep it going.
Yes.
And you can see how they've done it now for 56 years. So it is definitely a Thresherman family. So talk to me about the schedule. We're not on Thursday night.
Right.
Again, that's a staffing thing you were telling me. It's just trying to get everything covered.
Trying to get, most of us take our vacation this week, but trying to get everybody there and get the gates, man, and everything for 3 days is a challenge. And so we cut it back to 2 this year to try to make it even, to do a better job of what we are doing.
Yeah.
So we will be there Friday and Saturday. Gates are going to open on Friday at 8. Gates will open at 7 on Saturday. Of course, we'll have the parade at 10, or
on
like
Saturday.
We usually do on Saturday.
Right.
And then wheat thrashing will be at 11, 1, and 3 both days. The sawmill will run at 10, 2, and 4 both days. If you do want to come on Saturday, I would suggest coming early, because you don't want to get stuck in the parade traffic.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier that we got stuck in it one year. My dad had come up early, and my mom was trying to get 3 kids in the car and get us up here in time, and we didn't make it. and we got stuck on the highway out there in an old car that overheated and one of those deals. So if you are coming on Saturday, you really need to be up here and be parked at the grounds by 9:30 because the parade starts at 10 and it does shut down the highway and Keysburg Road and it's a good time and everybody loves the parade and that's a big draw on Saturday morning. And you can get to see everything because all the tractors, everything that's runs and road worthy will be in the parade and that's a big event for us, you know.
Very good. And so now something that Charlie always mentions too is what happens on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday morning we have the Red River Baptist Church has a service. That's dinner on the grounds. That they're nice enough to have all of us that have worked all week and anybody that wants to come too are welcome to come and they have a service and then we eat lunch together, sit down, break bread, and that's kind of the end of the official show is the church service. Absolutely.
And I think I love that, and I just think that it just brings back so many fun memories of my childhood because there's so much of my life was spent at dinner on the grounds at church, and I just love that that's the way y'all end it. I mean, what a great family to be a part of. What a wonderful legacy.
It is, yeah.
So, how many kids do you have that are involved?
I've got 2 children. Usually just my boy comes with me. My daughter's not really into it as much as.
Well, that's okay.
She does her own thing. Yeah. But they'll be up there. They do come up and they spend the day and hang out. But it'll mostly, but me and my son. So yeah, he has football practice during the mornings right now, but then I'll run back and get him and he comes up and then works all afternoon. So we've been working all week already. And when I leave here, I'll go straight to the grounds and throw on some work clothes and get back to getting everything ready.
That's cool. I just love it. I just think it's such a wonderful tradition, and I love that it's still going on. And I can't say enough. If you really want to, we're having a play right now. I don't know if you've known it. Have you heard about this play, Making Hands?
No.
Okay, this is it's a historical play about Robertson County, and it starts from the early days of the settlers, about the time of Kilgore that came into Cross Plains, and it goes all the way up to present day, pretty much. And it spends a lot of time talking about the Civil War times, but it's historical. I mean, it's things that are historically accurate that happened, and so this kind of coincides perfectly with the Threshold show.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this play is going on. You can go 7:00 on, I know y'all be exhausted, but man, y'all would love this. This is going to be at 7:00 on Friday night, 7:00 on Saturday night, and then a 2:00 matinee on Sunday.
Okay.
And you want to have just a really cool weekend of all things Robertson County history and just kind of that throwback, and teach your kids something about it. Go to the Thresherman show, go to see Making Hands, and talk about here we are in our 250th, birthday of America. Revisit some of the things that made us what we are. And
absolutely.
And this stuff, the things that go on at the Thresherman show, the development of steam and the equipment that really forged this country. That's what you're going to see at the Thresherman show, guys. And it's that, I'm going to tell you, it's that freedom that we had when this country was founded, where people could develop stuff like this and still own it.
Yeah.
And that you just see, this is the kind of stuff that my dad taught me. And it's never left me. Never left me.
We've gone from hand cranked tractors and machinery and steam to GPS controlled combines they don't even go through the ditch by themselves. So in just 100 years.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to go back and see what farmers did and what people got by with just 50, 7,500 years ago and where it's at today. Yeah.
It's so funny. You were talking about your dad, and you could be describing my dad. And the reason why they were so good at tinkering is because they had to use what they had.
Oh, yeah.
And Daddy was one of these that if somebody broke down in the field, that's who they went to, because they knew if anybody could get them up and running on a Saturday when there was the equipment, parts place was closed.
Yeah.
Because back, when I was a kid, things weren't open like they are now.
Right.
They would come to Dad, and Dad did, and he would do all kinds of salvage, and he had all kinds of parts and pieces, and he did some industrial salvage, so he could get things up and running that other people couldn't. So your dad and my dad would have a big time talking. And they had to do that. That's how they did it.
That's one of the things I think nowadays that we've kind of lost is everything's disposable.
Yeah.
It's plastic and disposable, and it's not made the way it used to be, where you could go find something and make a part or hook it up different or make it work. Now that's, it costs more to fix something than it does to just go buy a new one sometimes on a lot of things. So yeah, we've lost some of that and some of that doing what you got to do to get by, I think.
For sure.
It's just different time, different way of doing things.
Very much so. And it's just like my dad, you figure your dad and mine, they saw the span of technology, because my dad would always tell the story that he taught, because he grew up in a big family and it was, you worked.
Yeah.
And he would tell the story, and I know it was true because that's just how he was. He taught himself to tie his shoes behind a plow horse. So he went from walking behind a plow horse to working with, more, modern tractors and things like that. And to where he could work on anything.
I guess not tripping over the shoelaces was a necessity behind the plow.
It was. It was. But he was the 8th child in a family of 9.
Oh wow!
And so you kind of took care of yourself.
My grandfather was the youngest of 8, and he farmed. Yeah. So in the summertime, when school was out, I would go live with them and stay and work on the farm, on their farm. They had tobacco and corn. And of course, back then, my grandfather always put out a big enough crop to feed the whole family. So had a couple of freezers in the basement, and they put up the corn and the beans, and we had cattle, and so that's the way we did it. I'd like to be able to do that too for mine.
It's amazing. It has changed. And I love talking to you because you're younger than me, not a ton younger, but you're enough younger than me that I think we've seen a lot of the same things. Yeah. But just I'm envious of that family you have through the Thresherman family, because that tie to that history is so beautiful. Yeah. And you won't ever forget it. That's really cool that you're being able to continue that. Yeah. So we've talked about the schedule. It's on Friday and Saturday, and then you can come Sunday for the dinner on the grounds and worship with them. You always have great vendors there. Yes. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the vendors that we're going to see?
Well, we'll have the flea market like usual. It's going to be packed. It's going to be filled up. Tools, leather making, wood turning, all that stuff. Signage, stuff for, hey, Christmas is right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it.
Better believe it.
Come out and get a piece, a wooden bowl. Come out and get some tools for your dad or your brother or whatever you need. Come get, maybe you need some wrenches, all kinds of arts and crafts. The flea market will be up and running. Like you said, the grist mill will be up there again. The hit and miss engines will be there running. I know sometimes there's an old washing machine or something there sometimes that, kids like to see that. Sure. Arts and crafts, going to have those. It's going to be a good time.
For sure. And what is a Baker fan? Baker fan. I'm looking at that and I'm like, what's that?
So it is a belt. You belt up to it and it puts a load on an engine. So like a steam engine can belt up to it, and it's a way to put a load on the engine. So it's a fan, and it's got blades that come off of it. You've probably seen it.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So when a tractor or a steam engine belts up to it, it's a way to put the load on the engine to get it running without actually running a piece of equipment. Okay,
because I was looking at that, I was like, I don't know what that is, but I've been around a lot of this stuff, but I just love that.
Yeah, and it'll be down in we have one mounted down below where the wheat threshing and the wheat straw baling will be going on. So
okay, now as far as the tractor pull. When does that, did you mention exactly when that's going to happen?
Not yet. Friday night, Saturday.
Okay.
So Friday night it'll start at 7, I believe. And then Saturday they'll start at 1. And they run till midnight or later.
Oh, yeah.
It's an all-night pull.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, antique tractors, Friday and Saturday night pulls, yeah.
It is the coolest thing. And bring your chair.
Yeah, bring your lawn chair with you.
Bring your chairs like you do to the baseball games and all that kind of thing. And just get comfortable and come out. They'll have great food.
Yeah,
oh
food
my
trucks.
Goodness! You have some Amish or Mennonite families that come out. Are they coming this year?
Usually, I'm not sure. Usually they come out and they'll have the donuts or something. Oh. If you haven't had the Amish donuts, you've missed out.
Oh, they're so good.
It's a whole nother level of donut. Yeah, I would hope they will be there. I'm not sure if they will be, but yeah, that'd be nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have some food trucks. Of course, we always have barbecue beans and slaw at the concession stand. So yeah, there are plenty of food choices.
Plenty. Because
Fresh squeezed lemonade is always there.
Leave your diet behind.
Yes, on a good hot day, you can't beat fresh squeezed lemonade.
Yeah, you can't. And again, there's so much good stuff. And I do. I love seeing the kids out there on their tractors, and just the pride of these young boys and girls that are out with their equipment. It is just so much fun to watch. Yeah. I just love it so much. And again, like Wade was saying, it's a great place to get some really good gift ideas because, yes, school starts in 2 weeks, y'all, here in Robertson County. And the minute school starts, it's like this before we're into Halloween and then Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you need those gifts and you need something unique, and you're going to find it there. But again, I can't say enough too about pairing the play with the Thresherman Show and teaching your kids something that they didn't know. And I guarantee you will. You'll learn something you didn't know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So very, very good. But I tell you what, we're talking with Wade Robinson. Let me go ahead and do my other ad right now. And then when we come back, I want us to kind of, let's go back over the schedule again and talk to people about how that they could get involved. You said, having somebody hears about this and they're like, well, I didn't grow up in the Thresherman Show, but I'd love to know about it. How do I become a part of the Thresherman Association? Is that something that I can, join and be a part of? Because I need a family like this. I want to know more about history. So we're going to go there when we come back and talk a little bit more with Wade. And then once we wrap it up, we'll let him get back to work because I'm sure you got a little bit going on.
Yeah, busy day today.
As you get out there and get ready for the show. And the weather we're hoping is going to be just perfect. Usually is, isn't it?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I have a little pop-up shower.
Last couple of years we've had some rain, but
that's what the farmers dealt with. Yeah, exactly. They pop up and then they go away. We were out and got so much work done outside yesterday, but we had to dodge a few showers. Yeah. It was no big deal. It was kind of refreshing, actually, when it comes right down to it. Let's talk about Chris Armentrout and the experienced loan officers at Valor Mortgage. I love to talk about when I first met Chris. He came in with our VSO officer. One of our VSO officers, Scott Irwin, brought him in to talk about VA loans. And because the name Valor, I thought, this is a VA loan company. No. That's one of the things they handle. But they also have FHA loan options, conventional and jumbo financing, all the tools anybody needs to get you to the closing table, no matter what it is you're doing. Maybe it's a first home. Maybe you're wanting to upgrade or downsize or do something different. Or maybe you just want to do a refi. Or if you're investing in a property that you want to maybe have one that you're going to fix up and have a rental property. My son is doing that, and he's doing it through the VA loan process. He's got a couple of houses now up in Nashville that he lives in one, rents the other one. It's a very, good way to make extra income and to build your portfolio. Chris can help you with that. And here's the cool thing about it. They are local lenders that can help you and not let you be a number. If you call the 1-800 numbers, if you click on all this stuff that pops up on your phone, hey, did you know you've got this much equity in your property? You're going to become a number and you're going to get spammed. You need to work with the local lenders like Chris Armentrout and, again, the experienced loan officers at Valor. One of the first things you need to do is find out what you qualify for. You got to get pre-qualified. And, Barry and Rebecca Richards will tell you that when it comes to buying a home, you got to know how much home you can afford to buy. If you're not a homeowner right now, you've got to see, or you need to get a market appraisal on your property. Chris can help you in the directions to do all that. You can go to valor.mortgage to get pre-approved today, or you can give them a call, 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178. And make an appointment. They do have an office here in downtown, just a couple of doors down from our wonderful theater. I've got to talk a little bit about some of the stuff going on with our cool Capitol Theater, but they're about 2 doors down. But Chris will tell you they're out and about meeting with people all the time. So make an appointment. Don't just think you can walk in and catch them there, because they're out and about taking care of folks all the time. But when it matters most, they are a lender you can trust. And when it matters most, you can buy with confidence. You can buy with Valor. Check them out today. Again, that number, 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178 or go to valor.mortgage, valor.mortgage. Get pre-approved today. Valor Mortgage, NMLS number 1210804, DBA of Encore Lending Group, NMLS 1249911, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval, rates and terms subject to change without notice, not a commitment to lend, and let them know U-Turn sent you. I got to ask you, since you don't live right here in Springfield, have you seen our new Capitol Theater?
I have not yet.
Oh, did you ever come to the movies here in Springfield?
No, I didn't.
Okay, see, that's a thing for anybody that grew up here because we got here in '92 and we used to go to the theater.
Yeah.
Well, it really got run down. It was shut down for a couple of days. I mean, for at least a decade. Michael Crawley has purchased it and completely redone it.
I have heard that it's been redone.
So yes. Cool.
Yes.
So stinking cool. And so we got to, they've had Minions and Monsters on. This Friday night, they're going to run, it's like at 9 o'clock. Get online on the Capitol Theater and check. They're going to do a throwback to Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to run Back to the Future, which is super cool. That's going to be cool. And I want to say it's about 9 p.m., something like that. But their Moana, I think, is coming on starting on Friday. So they change the movies about every 2 weeks. And they're first run movies, but he also throws us a classic every now and then, so it's pretty cool. But you need to come. You need to come to our.
Yeah, we'll come check it out.
It is such a cool throwback theater, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guys for the concessions are all dressed up nice.
Okay, yeah.
It's just cool. It's just cool. They've done
Definitely
an
have to
excellent
put that on
job.
the schedule, yeah.
So yeah, those are some cool. There's so much going on this weekend.
There
man.
is.
You can just tear it up and have fun. So if I want to be a part of the Threshermen's Association, what do I need to do?
So we are always looking for new members. We're always looking. We always need help. If you come to the show this weekend, you can go up to where the diesel engines are, which is right beside where the corn mill will be ground, and find the Mitchell family. Kurt's our secretary. He handles our membership.
Okay.
So you can look for him and get signed up. We meet 5 or 6, 7 times a year, depending upon what we need. That's usually right there in Adams. And, yeah, we're always looking for more folks to help out. We always need help. Again, once you get in and you become part of the family, it's where you're going to end up being third weekend of July.
Do y'all do? Is this the event, or do y'all have other events you do throughout the year?
No, this is the event, and you don't have to have tractors and engines and stuff. You don't have to have any of that.
Yeah,
we always need help. It takes a lot of people and a lot of time, a lot of money to put this show keep this show going.
Yeah,
there's a lot of behind the scenes things that get done, and we're always looking for new blood, new faces. And like I said, you don't have to know even how to turn a wrench. There's always something that we need doing. Working gates, just checking on things, helping sign up vendors, helping with the flea market. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you could work alongside somebody like myself that's in the steam shed and learn as you go. You know, so just get with one of us that has on the shirts that say directors. We'll have directors on the back of our shirts. Okay. Grab one of us and say, "Hey, I'm interested in being a bigger part of this. What do I need to do?"
Okay, very good, and it's really cool, and they do have T-shirts you can buy and hats and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, souvenir shed. The souvenir shop will be open. Hats, shirts, buttons. Yeah.
It's good stuff. So what about, do y'all have, I know this answer, but I'm going to have you tell everybody, what about parking? Where do I park? How do I?
Free parking. Yeah.
So,
free parking, no charge there.
It's real obvious too when you get there where you need to pull.
Yeah, we got a good crew that'll help you get where you need to go and get you parked and get you on the grounds. Yeah.
Now the way as far as coming in, do you have a the admission is for both days?
No, it's $10. It's $10 per day.
Okay.
But again, we're a nonprofit. We're not making money off this. It costs an enormous amount of money to keep the stuff that the Threshermen's Association owns running, with water and electric and insurance and parts. And like I said, the reason we don't have the cordless running right now is it's going to be an very expensive thing to fix because. Right. And so all of that money when you pay at the gate, and kids are free. Okay. So where else can you go and take a family of 5, say, and get in for $20?
You bet.
You can't go see a movie. Yeah. You can't really even go get lunch for that. No. So come out, pay your $20, your $10 per head. Kids 12 and under free, and spend the day and you may spend a little more on food. You may find something you like in the flea market, and come have a good day.
Yeah, it is very good, but it is a good time, and there's a Facebook presence. You can go to TNKY Thresherman Show and find out all the stuff. And the address on it is 7615 Highway 41 North in Adams. If you pull into Adams, you're going to see what's going on.
You can't miss it.
You cannot miss it.
Right behind City Hall, the old school building where Moss's restaurant is.
Yeah.
The grounds are right behind that. So,
so if you get into Adams, you'll find your way around.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. So let's run through the schedule one more time before we wrap it up. I know just kind of a programming note. We have a second full hour of local programming coming on with Lee Marie. Lee Marie Master will be in here for the Go Show starting at 8 o'clock. And she's got the cloggers coming in to talk about the classes that they have going on. And so we'll probably talk to them a few minutes here at the end of the show, into my show as well. But so we've got another full hour of local programming. I was telling Wade, people don't really realize what's going on. This is a worldwide Christian broadcast company, and we have great Christian programming going out worldwide via the internet, and then locally through our signals for 1100 WSGI and 15 WDBL, I think is 1580 or 1590. But anyway, so there's a lot going on here, but we love it when we can bring you local live programming, and you're going to have another full hour of it coming up with the Go Show here at 8 o'clock. So stick around. So talk to him again. The Thresherman Show is happening this week. This is the week for the Thresherman Show. And, when I mentioned that I remember one time we had a ticket that you could get on Thursday when you had Thursday and it ran through the weekend. I think that's what I was thinking about.
When we did the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we did have a weekend pass, which was $20. So it would be the same now that it's two. So now that it's two, it just saved you $5 if you wanted to come. So you're really paying the same price. We haven't gone up on that at all in the last 15 years or 20, whatever it's been. So, but let's run through the schedule again. Gates will open at 8 a.m. on Friday, 7 a.m. on Saturday. Parade is at 10. And again, if you want, the parade is awesome. It really is, because that brings everybody in there for the day.
So what kind of things are in the parade? I know, but tell them what to expect.
So you'll see tons and tons of tractors, a few floats, most of those being about Robertson County and our heritage, tobacco, farming. You'll see Robertson County Adams will have their fire trucks, ambulance services, SROs, sheriffs. Yeah, it's a big deal, and it lasts for about an hour. So, again, if you're going to come on Saturday, you really need to be there by 9:30, because you don't want to get stuck in the parade traffic. Right. But if you're not going to come for the parade, come on around lunchtime, get you a barbecue plate, and then go see everything going on, which is wheat threshing at 11, 1, and 3. Okay, and then in between those, we've got the sawmill will be running at 10, 2, and 4. And, of course, we'll have up at the steam shed, we'll have the old steam engine, the stationary one, running probably all day. So you can see that. And then the track, that'll lead you into the tractor pulls start at 1 on Saturday. So, we got a lot going on. It's an all-day event. You can literally get there at 7 in the morning and stay till midnight. You really can.
And have a great time.
And you're wore out, but it's such a great time.
Yeah.
And come on out and see us. Have a good time. Bring your kids, bring your grandkids, bring your neighbors, whatever. And come spend the day with us. We look forward to it.
I love it. And again, talk about we've got the flea market going on inside the old school.
Yes. And
there'll be, you can get that coarse cornmeal. You can't get it anywhere else, y'all. Nope. Got to go get it. And you're going to see you're just going to love seeing the animals and the people and the tractors, and just fascinating throwback to the way it all began and the things that we have done. So it's good stuff. Anything we're missing?
I don't think so. I just want to thank you so much for having us.
I'm so thrilled to have you guys.
Come back on here and remind everybody that it's going on this weekend.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing everybody out at the show.
We'll see you. I would love to get there I haven't seen the parade in a while. I want to get there for the parade. Can you give me a tip on where's the best place to sit for the parade?
Anywhere along the highway there between the fire department and the showgrounds, and then once it comes into the showgrounds, anywhere on the road that runs through the middle there.
Yeah, they're going to come right up in
bring your lawn chair. If you get there early, you can get a shady spot. There's a few trees.
Yeah.
So if you get there early, you get a spot in the shade, get you a glass of lemonade, sit back and enjoy the parade.
That's just it. Because if you're like in the grounds, and it's going to come up and wrap around.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. It's a good time, guys. And so get out there, Thresherman Show. You don't want to miss it. And congratulations on how many you've been able to be a part of. Yeah. That's really cool.
It's a lifelong. That's where I'm at, third weekend of July. That's all I know. Cool.
So nice to meet you, Wade.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. And I'm going to let you make your way out, and we're going to let Mary Beth and Elizabeth kind of slide in here. So we're live. Good. I stay live. So you can I'm going to hang on to this so we can talk about it all weekend. And you tell Charlie I said hi, and I'll come find him this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wade. God bless you. And as he's making his way out, we're going to let the girls come on in, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they've got going on. We got Mary Beth and Elizabeth Clark coming in here, and y'all can slide that other chair. Go ahead and sit down there and bring that chair in, and I'm going to let you grab that other microphone right there that's sitting down beside the desk, and come on in here. Lee Marie told me that y'all were coming. Whoop, we've gotten the cord hung here. She told me that y'all might get on in here early enough to where we could talk a little about what y'all are doing. Are you going to teach a class?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try to.
Get up and pull that microphone right to you. Let's do it. Let's try that again. So we've got a class coming up. You're going to teach. This is something I want to do so bad. And Lee Marie says, well, LaVern, we're doing this because we want you to take it. That's the first month. This is the first month of school, and I'm a school teacher. I just can't do it in August. So I want you to do it again. Okay. Yes, okay. And winter would probably be better for me. Let's just say, because I really want to learn to clog. Because it's your grandmother that clogs all the time, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. She runs around everywhere.
Get right up on that microphone for me. You're real soft spoken. So anyway, so who is your grandma?
Sue Clark, but we call her Nene.
She is adorable. And we were at, I don't know, maybe the Kilgore Festival. Yeah. Because it was at the Square Dance the night before the Kilgore Bluegrass Festival. And she was out there just getting it. And I was like, what in the world? How? And she's been doing it her whole life. And she says she clogs every day. How old is she?
81.
Yeah. And I mean, you talk about spry and fit. And this is something Lee Marie's harassing me all the time. LaVern, it's just such good exercise. And I do other exercise things, Lee Marie, but I do want to learn. I think clogging something I want to learn to do more than line dancing and all that. And I know Lee Marie's want me to do all of it, but I love clogging. I just love we're talking about the Thresherman Show, the throwback to all this
tradition.
It's that tradition. And I just think it's the coolest thing. It is so much fun. How long have you been clogging, young lady?
About 5 years.
Only?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
assumed you've been doing it ever since you were knee-high to a grasshopper.
Well,
She's danced ever since she was a baby.
Okay, but you just started doing the clogging.
Competitively for about 5 years.
Okay, I bet you've been clogging your whole life to some degree.
Well, having Nene, I have been.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say with her as your grandmother, you had to. If she's had to have taught you to stomp a little bit, even when you were
Yes,
little.
ma'am.
I bet there's videos of her like at 2 or 3 out there just kicking it, isn't it? Yeah.
And her brother.
Oh yes, of course. And talk to them a little bit about your accomplishments as a clogger. Tell us about some of the awards you've made. Yeah, Mom's get on the microphone there.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we went to the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree this weekend, and I came home with first place in clogging in their categories and NCHC's categories in my age divisions. I got second in buck dance, second in flatfoot, and our team got a few first place wins too.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys are just, y'all been on the Grand Ole Opry, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am. We're going back too.
Isn't that cool? I just love that. I love that you're getting to do that.
Yes, ma'am. It's awesome. It's a blessing.
It is. That is super cool. I just think that is so much fun. I'm just, I just am so excited for y'all because that is a lot of fun. And I've seen you dance. Y'all are fabulous.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Don't ever quit because it'll keep you fit and ready for your whole life for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 16, going to be 17 in September.
Oh, my goodness. Don't rush it. That adulting happens like that. I teach high school, and so I'm getting ready to start my 5th year. So I've watched kids go from that freshman year to graduating, and it's like boom, and all of a sudden it's for real. So, but you're doing it right. You're doing it right. So Mom, are you going to help with the class, or is this all
It's all her.
Okay.
She's teaching, and I'll be there for moral support, but that's it.
I gotcha. So talk to us about when this class is available. And this is something that everybody can do, everybody needs to do. And I'd love to see you be able to do it several times a year because you got so many people interested in it, because it's just, I mean, it's something you don't have to have a partner to buck dance and clog.
No,
You can just do it yourself. That's what's so cool about it. So talk to them about what you're getting going in August, and if they want to be a part of it.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to start a beginner 12 through adult class. Very beginner, going to teach the basics. If we have a lot of interest in it, we'll go for more advanced classes. I think it's about 6 weeks that we're going to do it. And
Starts 1st of August.
starts the 1st of August. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's on Monday night.
Monday night.
It's on Monday night, and I think it's 5 weeks because we have 5 Mondays in August.
That's right.
We have 5 Mondays in August, so it'd be starting August 3rd. And do you know what time?
6 p.m.
That's what I thought was 6.
6 to 7 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. And I told Lee Marie, I said, that's really one of the few nights that I don't have stuff going. But it's just, we're just getting back to school. Where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled.
You're homeschooled. See, that's the thing with us having to punch the clock with the, that's August 3rd is our in-service day, basically, our professional development day for teachers, kind of getting things going. Kids come into the classroom on the 4th. So that very next day, so it's gonna be running and gunning, but so I believe I'm hoping you just pack this class out though. I would love to see you pack it up because I want you to do another one like in January or February. I know that the weather kind of can be iffy, but you know, this is something I want to be able to. I had said I was going to learn to clog before the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival this year, and I didn't get it done. So
Now's your chance.
Now is my chance to get on this and be a part of this. And I think that you're going to teach Lee Marie too.
I hope so.
I think she said she's never clogged. She's done all kinds of dancing, but clogging is something she's never had
We need to add it to
instruction.
the list, don't we?
There you go, for sure, for sure. Who all of you studied under?
I have.
Get right on that microphone.
I started out with Miss Franny Bryson at the guitar store and her
Okay.
sister. And then I went with Sarah Fennell. She's out of Dixon. And then she decided she was done with teaching and stuff. And so then we took from Cheryl Chun.
Yeah, love Cheryl.
And we've been with her ever since.
Yeah, she's a riot, and I love
A lot of
them.
other people helped me along the way
Yeah.
too to get me here. But
Yeah. I'm most familiar with Cheryl, because we do the work at the Bluegrass Festival, and they're just a blast. The Chuns are awesome. And their son is, big into it too, right? So do y'all dance together? Do y'all have a team that works together? Are you part of, is that all the same team, or I'm not really sure?
So Miss Cheryl has our square dance team, which is Tennessee Rhythm.
Okay.
And yes, ma'am, we're all on there together.
Okay. How many are on the Tennessee Rhythm
I
team?
think we have about 9
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
but
8 dance at a time, but we have about 1 or 2 alternates.
okay, yeah, well, because sometimes people get a bad cold or something like that.
Yes, ma'am.
But would you say anybody and everybody can do it?
I would say everybody that wants to needs to do it. Yes, ma'am.
There's the thing. You got to have the want to. You got to have the want to. Yeah,
do anything.
that's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a very good point. Do I have to have special shoes?
No, ma'am, you don't. Just, I would say closed-toed shoes. I wouldn't wear sandals because that hurt if you stepped on your toe.
Okay, so a closed-toed shoe, because that's one thing. When I've seen people clog, they typically have a tap shoe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that just to make the noise?
That is just so you can hear what we're doing.
Okay, so you
It doesn't
can.
help you anymore. It just lets us hear what you're doing.
Okay, because I've got a feeling what'd you call your grandma? Nene. I don't think she uses taps, does she?
No, ma'am. She tried and she took them off.
Did she really? Because that's kind of been the thing. I'm a girl, but I have a very large foot, and I have a hard time finding any kind of shoes. And so as I've been thinking about, I'd love to learn this. I was like, well, I don't know if I can find shoes that would work with this. So just a tennis shoe would be fine. Just a tennis
Yes,
shoe
ma'am.
or something like that. Because I'm thinking, would it help if it's a little bit of a slick bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
More
I would
than-
say boots
would be better.
Work. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But anything.
Loafers. A lot of people wear like the old-fashioned
Loafers.
loafers because they're hard-soled on the bottom.
Because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking a tennis shoe wouldn't really work. Because
Yes,
as I've watched you guys, the slickness of it seems to be rather important.
Yes, ma'am. I wear boots and hey dudes to dance in because they're more sleeker. They're not as, stuck to the
What are
ground.
hey dudes?
They're like little slip-on shoes.
Okay, I've never heard of hey dudes. Maybe that's something that's real popular
Ask
right
your
now.
students; they'll tell you.
They know what hey dudes
Yeah.
are. Okay, I've got grandkids too, and my sons would probably be like, "Mother," and it's like, "Hey dudes." Okay, all right. It seems like I've heard that, and I had forgotten about that. So boots or hey dudes would work. Okay, because that's kind of been one of my things. I'm like, well, I don't know where to get tap shoes, but you don't have to have them.
No, ma'am.
Very good. And I love how you described it's just to let you hear what we're doing.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
a really good way to put it. What are we missing anything? Or what are we missing about this? So we got a class coming up. This is all through Well in the Square. And I'm assuming Lee Marie's coming on in here at 8 o'clock. She's supposed to be coming on in here, so I haven't seen her yet. But we're getting close to the top of the hour, so Lee Marie will be coming in here for the Go Show. Y'all are going to do the show with her, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I believe
ma'am.
so.
And talk a little bit more about what's going on. But all the things that are going on at Well in the Square, so many classes. If you go into Crossroads Christian, you can talk to them there and pick up a brochure of all the different classes that they have. And this is one that they're really wanting to add. Now, you got to get the students in. So we got to get enough students to get this class going. And and we just need to pack it in. This is something all of us would benefit from learning to do. And it's just a good fitness way to stay fit. Because I was telling Marie too, I have, I have such a desire to learn to do this because I have watched. Have you ever watched the Beverly Hillbillies?
I sure have. Yes, ma'am.
Jed Clampett stomping. Does he do it right, or is it just kind of the way he? Have you ever really watched him to see if it's kind of just a freestyling his own thing?
About everybody has their own style. There's not a right or wrong way. So.
Is that true? Okay,
ma'am.
I bet your grandmother has her like own way.
Oh, she does.
It's
Yes,
fun. Well, I've watched her and seen her, and I'm just like, it just blows my mind. But when she goes, it reminds me of Jed on the Beverly
She
Hillbillies.
goes.
Yeah.
All 4'9" of her. She gets it going.
All what?
4'9" of her.
What do you mean by that? 4'9"?
She's 4'9".
4'9" of her. I was like, what do you mean 4'9" of her? That's kind of funny. That's one. I thought I had heard every kind of old saying. That's a new one on me. Every 4'9" of her. That's super cute.
4'9" of her.
I bet that's something you've heard your whole life, isn't it? They say to all 4'9" of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. She is a little bitty thing.
Oh, she's little.
Yeah, she's a little bitty thing. I am 6 foot tall, and I was 6'1" until I started settling. So you put me next to her, and it's like,
She was 4'11". She shrunk to 4'9".
yeah, you do shrink, guys. I mean, that's just what happens. It happens, and it much to my chagrin because I liked being 6'1", but you kind of settle as you get older. But that's cool. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun.
Didn't
So
lose any attitude or spunk in the height.
yeah, she's great.
She's the best.
She's awesome. She's awesome. But that's what got me interested in clogging is watching Jed Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies and watch him get going because it just looks like so much fun. And it's a friend of mine, the girls, the Brown girls. She's
Yes,
my
ma'am.
sister. Okay. Do they clog?
They used to, and they started back with another team this year. I was glad
Okay.
to see them out there. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Because I get a kick. Their granddaddy calls the music they play happy music.
Happy music.
Well, if bluegrass is happy music, clogging is happy dance. I mean, just pure, plain and
Most
simple.
definitely.
It's just it's the happy dance that goes with the happy music.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes.
So I love it. Hey, and while I'm thinking about it, mentioning the Brown girls, let me mention something real quick while we're waiting for Lee Marie to sign in here. Senator Kerry Roberts is going to do his campaign kickoff next Sunday, and it's going to be up at their house with the conservatory and all of that. It's just right outside of town. But the girls are going to be there. She's my sister, are going to be playing in the gazebo, and that is going to be a really cool thing. But this is from 4 to 6 p.m. on July 26th, and it's a big homemade ice cream, good old-fashioned social. Marsha Blackburn's going to be there. John Johnson's going to be there. Of course, Kerry Roberts is the kickoff for his campaign, but she's my sister, and friends are going to be there playing. And you ought to call them. You go out there maybe and do a little clogging. That'd be fun. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And we were talking about the Thresherman show. One of the things that Carrie told me they're doing is they're going to have one of the old-fashioned ice cream churns that's pulled by a horse.
Oh, cool.
And they're gonna be, so it's gonna be a really cool throwback time, but they're gonna have, my sister's gonna be out there. The Brown girls, Amelia and Reagan are gonna be out there playing with some friends. So that's gonna be cool, but that's gonna be a cool event. All this stuff that we're talking about just is such a throwback to our heritage, what we have going here in Robertson County. From the Thresherman show to clogging lessons that you can be a part of. And also, too, let's talk, too, about Making Hands. If you've not been to this play, it is so good. It is so witty. It's so well written by Mark Edens. And all of our neighbors, so many of our neighbors are in it. You've got Robertson County Players, Community Spirit, Robertson County Historical Society, and the Rural Arts Cooperative bringing you Making Hands. This is a historical play that talks about our heritage, and it is going on Saturday. Let's see, it's Friday night, 7 p.m. It is Saturday, 7 p.m., and then there's a 2 o'clock matinee, and this is at the old Springfield High School Innovation Academy in their renovated theater, which is absolutely perfect and beautiful. The lighting, the sound, everything. They've got live bluegrass music there, and I know that Nick Bryant's a part of that, and so many others. And there's Lee Marie; she's coming on in. Did I get it covered, sis? Okay. Well, I'm gonna tag out and let Lee Marie come in here and take over, and eventually you're going to teach me to clog.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry I can't do it in August, but I want you to teach me.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I told Cheryl she was going to, but we just can't get our schedules together.
She's so busy.
Oh, I know. Well, me too. And there's a lot going on. So listen, guys, stick with us. We've got more coming up with Lee Marie and the Go Show, another full hour of local programming tomorrow. We're going to have a visit from Terry Martin to get an update on the parks around the city. So we'll help you be a part of that. And then we've also got our, what's the sign? Prayer on the Square Saturday. Prayer on the Square on Saturday. So we want you to be a part of that as well. Lee Marie will talk to you a little bit more about that. Stick around. We've got another full hour coming up with Lee Marie and the Go Show right here on 1100 WSGI. God bless you guys. I will talk with you tomorrow. Stick around. Have a awesome